Hi, Leo. Welcome to your monthly oracle reading for May. Your cards flew out pretty fast, okay? So, very important messages for you. And I am using two different decks, so I've already meditated on your cards so I could give you the message right away. Um, and I'm using Earth Magic and as well as Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. So, here's your first card. You have so instead of the wolf, you got instead of the lion, you have the wolf, which is as equally as powerful. Instinct, beautiful card. Okay. And you also have ceremony. There we go. And the last card you have magic of nature. So here we go. Your first card here. I feel like, this is for a lot of you a card of listening to your instinct, okay? Tapping into your inner self, your inner nature, even if that's, there's something that you want to do that maybe your friends, your family members, somebody doesn't agree with. This is saying that you need to do something, but you're going to have to do it alone, okay? So it's not that you wouldn't have support. You'll find your pack that will support you, okay? Just like the wolf. When it wants to be in the group, it's going to go with the group. When it wants to go alone, it goes off alone. But you're very powerful this month. And just like the wolf, I hear the term the lone wolf, very independent, okay? But there's something you have to take initiative and you're going at it alone, okay? Whether others give you approval or not, you're going to decide to go for it, all right? So make sure, it's a very primal energy that you need to tap into what you truly desire, what brings you joy, anything like that. Okay, pay attention to your instincts, especially when it has to do with, being in a situation. If you feel stuck or depressed, if you're around a certain person that you feel a little bit off, you're getting nudges, you're getting stomach aches, you're getting a headache. This is definitely a card telling you that you need to pay attention to those instincts that you're getting. Okay. Um, and you're extra psychic, I feel, this month too. So um, I just feel like you're picking up signs left and right, just to confirm to you that you're on the right path, or whatever it is you need to go. You're taking it step by step, but every step, every footprint in the snow is leading you to your target, to the destination, okay? And sometimes you might not know the end result. You might not know where it's going to lead, whatever it is. It could be a project, it could be even like a partnership. You feel your instincts telling you, you got to do this, okay? Sometimes you might be like, why am I doing this again? Like, but it's something that's driving you that you can't explain, that's making you accomplish something day by day towards a specific result. You might not know it, like I said, and it might be a bit of a challenge. You might face a lot of obstacles, okay, because mountains do symbolize challenges, but at the top, it's success will, and it is waiting for you, okay? You will reap the reward. So that's something that you needed to hear, okay? So going off at something by yourself and, being self-reliant and just trusting yourself, and you'll get there wherever it is that you need to go. You have ceremony. Okay, so some of you might be attending a ceremony. It could be in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or you're planning for a ceremony. It could be like a wedding, a birthday, it could be baptism, it could be a festival, anything whatsoever. And this is saying it's going to be a very joyful event, and you might meet some like minded people there. So definitely say yes, go to it. It's an experience of a lifetime, I'm hearing. But for some of you, okay, for some of you, these two messages together, you could be feeling a little isolated, a little bit needing time to yourself, okay? If you've been working too hard, if you've been distracted by a lot, if people are in your face too much, this is definitely saying to take a little bit of a break and go out on your own, go around nature. But it doesn't have to be, if you could take a little vacation, that's great. Or just take a different route to work or going home, take a walk instead of the bus so you could reflect a little bit. Um, but overall, it's saying create that sacred space where you feel more in touch with yourself, where it's quiet, where you could hear your divine messages coming through because there's something there for you. Um, so just create it. You could do it in the nature. You could go to a place where it's quiet and you're just with yourself. You can do it in your home. Maybe you're working on a specific hobby or creating something, and that brings you more joy, and that's your meditation. It takes you away from everything else that stresses you out. But there is like a temptation here. There is a negative influence that you feel, every time you're around it, you're just energy depletes, okay? And it's telling you to go in your sacred spot. You could, it doesn't have to have a lot of items in there. Have items that you love. Okay, this lady here in the picture, she has some crystals here which symbolize bringing clarity to yourself, to your heart and your soul, and candles which represent spirit. Okay, so that's getting in touch with source, with your own spirit. Okay, because with all the noise, all the hustle bustle every day, you lose it. You lose focus with yourself and what you need to be doing. It's very easy, for a lot of us working every day, doing the 9 to 5. It's very easy. It's coming home and just being drained, and you don't want to focus on anything else. I totally get that. So, this is saying schedule some time though. Instead of watching TV, instead of talking on the phone for hours, put a time for yourself. After this time, it's going to be my time, especially if you have children. Um, Make sure that you're scheduling your own time. And we have more time than we think, okay? You might be like, oh, there's no time ever, blah, blah, blah. But, you're going to go online. You're going to check your Facebook. It's just going to be 5 minutes and you're there for like half an hour, scrolling down through like the homepage. You know what I mean? So there's actually more time than you think. Okay, so schedule that private time for yourself. Beautiful card there. And again, if someone you feels toxic for you, maybe it's time to contemplate and reflect a little. Maybe it's time to let this go out of your life, to cut some cords, okay, that you've been attaching to that haven't been lifting you up, that's been stressing you. Happiness isn't that hard. It's easy. It's just us. We have to make the choice, okay? Like we're in control more than we think. We think something traps us or we think that we're victims, but we're not, okay? Everything's manageable. Everything, okay, focus on what you can control. Sometimes you can't control stuff like weather, okay, your environment. Sometimes where you live, like if there's a natural disaster, things like this you can't control, but you can't worry about that because that's just wasting your energy on something you can't control. So focus on what you can control. Magic of nature, this is saying at the right time, something will come to you, okay? And I'm seeing 3, okay? It could be 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 years. Maybe that's too much. But it's saying to have patience, okay? You're coming out of here, the darkness, the confusion, and stepping into the light there. So things will become more clear to you. And that's a big message that, this is why all these 3 cards flew out so fast, because I feel like you needed to hear some of these messages for this month. Maybe you've been having a bit of a hard time. Um, or maybe you just needed a little extra push to do something you've always wanted to do. So pay attention to the signs and trust that you're in the right place at the right time. That's what magic of nature symbolizes. That sometimes we don't get what we want when we want it. We get it when it's the universe feels that we're ready for it. Okay, so we get it when we need it. Sometimes not when we want. So just accept. There's going to be a lot of gratefulness, acceptance this month, and patience. Okay, be patient. Whatever it is that you're seeking, it's coming. Okay, it's all divine timing and you're at the right place at the right time. So as long as you act accordingly, react and act on opportunities that come to you, that present themselves to you. Okay, and follow your gut. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. So just be careful this month with scammers or whatever. Okay, so have a good month, guys. I wish you all the best. See you next month. Bye bye.